Hey TNE Magazine fans, we're live in the Groove Room today with one of the most magnificent men on the music scene. We here with the phenomenal, amazing Dez. Dez, tell the people a little bit more about yourself. Give them an introduction.
What's up? Y'all rocking with Dez Dynamic, TNE Magazine. We in the building right now. It's going down. How y'all doing?
How you doing? So we so happy that you had the opportunity to come out and sit down and hang with us in our Groove Room and talk to us a little bit about some of the things that you got going on here. So just give the people a quick little glimpse into a day in the life with Dez.
Well, a day in the life starts off, I'll wake up early in the morning, do a little exercise. I don't exercise all the time, I ain't gonna lie. I try to do it every day, but just, have a little small breakfast, exercise, get out, and, do a little walking, a little running. Come back, crank the studio up, work on some beats. And, after that, take some meetings, and then I might go to a bigger studio and work out of that. Or, whatever comes. I might get a phone call, I might have to go somewhere, I might have to fly somewhere, just never know. But anything can happen.
That's awesome. So for the people, the new millennials who may not be hip to who you are and how you got introduced to the music industry, can you kind of tell them a little bit about your beginnings?
From my beginning, I got my start with No Limit Records. I was still is in the singing group called the Sons of Funk. We were signed to No Limit, and I was also signed as a producer along with Beats by the Pound. So that's kind of like where I got my start, coming from the Bay Area. Oakland, California was up. Oakland, Richmond, that's where I got my music roots, starting there, singing in church, at a young age. And but professionally, No Limit, that's where I really got to start. That's where I started making some money. That's when you're making some money, that's when you start. To me, when you start doing all the leg work, that's cool. But once you get that check, yeah, that's when I started.
So tell the people a little bit what it was like being with No Limit in the 90s when they were like at the peak of the music generation where anybody was listening to No Limit music. Tell the people a little bit about that time and that essence and what you learned and took out of that experience.
Oh man, it was lovely. It was like a family, you had like Murder Inc., Death Row, Bad Boy, then you had No Limit. It was kind of like a big, I say, it's only so many families of music that have made it, big conglomerate, and No Limit was one of those, and it was love. It was cool, man, because you knew everybody from the ground up. Everybody knew each other. It was like a family. We worked on everybody's records. I learned how to mix my production style with the South. The sound of how the South was going, because coming out of Oakland, they had like a funk sound, a certain little thing, and then mixing with P and them, I kind of intertwined that with my sound, with the South, with the hi-hats and the trips and all that, and developed that. So it was cool, man. It was like kind of like Young Money now, the Cash Money. You're working with all the artists. You on tour. You're going to all these places, staying in nice hotels and buying all these fancy cars. And I mean, the money back then was much bigger than it is now. The music business was before they did all that, downloading and stuff. You was able to get more money. So, man, it was like, God, man, it was so many checks rolling out. They rolling now, but not like this. It was like, it was just crazy. It was a good time, very good time.
So who was your favorite person to work with on the album, on the actual, record company? Who did you, collaborate and you felt like y'all had the best kind of connection?
I would say Master P. Working with him, because we kind of had like a brother type of relationship. We would, because people don't know about P. Like he's kind of like a comedian, and he like to joke around, and I like to do the same thing. So we would do like impressions of people, like voices and all that, and just clown around and have fun, you know what I mean? So it was kind of cool working with him because P was always like open-minded, you know what I'm saying? He always knew what he wanted to do, but at the same time, he would always keep his ears open to new ideas and see what other people was doing just to keep that new energy, you know what I mean? So I think P, P was probably the best person to work with.
Now, what advice do you have for new artists trying to get on the scene? Because, the music industry, as you mentioned, has changed so much since you first became involved with really a label. So what advice do you have for those young artists who are trying to get discovered and make a difference in the music industry?
My advice to them would be, well, actually, it's more easier for people now because social media wasn't really big back then. Everything's viral now, so I would say just the whole mentality of people now are more entrepreneurs. You got to do your own videos, you got to promote it, you have to show the record companies what you can do, you got to get your own fan base. They want to see what you can do. They want to see people like you first before they go and sign you and spend money. As the back in the past, they would just drop a budget on you. They didn't care. They had like development budgets. They would send hundreds of thousands of dollars. So now you kind of got to do a little bit more of the leg work. You got to hustle. And you got to kind of be more reliant upon yourself. You got to get all your resources, your own cameras. Kids buying cameras. They buying studio equipment. They're doing stuff in the house now. So just be more patient, be more patient and just kind of stick with it because it is harder because there's so many people doing it now and everybody's doing the same thing. It's just like everything is so more accessible. It's like the internet, YouTube, SoundCloud, all this stuff is so accessible. So everybody doing it, and it's like it's hard to cipher through all the superstars opposed to the like mediocre, So just stick with it, do it for the love of the music and not so much for the fame or the money, but do it if you really love music, then do it for the love. And at the end of the day, all the other stuff will come to fruition. It'll come.
That's wonderful advice. I'm sure that's going to inspire and move a lot of artists who are in transition to really stay focused and buckle down to work on building that fan base and getting people to really hear their music and collaborate with people so that they can make a difference.
Right.
So you spoke about you started in the church, you went and you worked with Master P. What are some things that keeps you motivated to continue to do music to this day, doing production and working with people? What are some things that motivate you to keep moving in this changing industry?
Probably for the love of the music, more so for the creativity. I love sounds. I've always loved sounds since I was, younger, and developing new sounds because the whole thing I always say to a person about making beats and making music and being different from everybody else is having that distinct sound. You can pull up any type of keyboards and stuff and everything will sound the same and everybody's using the same stuff. But being creative, making your own tailor-made sound, being creative, having something that somebody else can't get. Like for instance, for me, I love the Thriller, Michael Jackson Thriller album, and the sounds that they use on that album, you can't find them nowhere because they was in there fine-tuning the machines and keyboards and all that, and they tailor-made their own sound. And that's what made it so unique because you can't just get it. You can't use what everybody else is using. So, the whole creativity of it, being creative, that's what I love. That's what keeps me going. Being able to say I can create whatever I want. I can make something special. You know what I mean?
That's amazing. So based off of the people that you're currently working with in production, who do you think is going to be the next big thing for R&B, rap, hip hop industry? Who you think is going to change the game, be the next Drake, be the next Master P, from what you've experienced recently in the studio?
Well, the next Master P, I don't know about that, because that's like that coming, that's only so Diamond doesn't come with another Master P. But there is a lot of good artists out right now, with your Drakes and your Kendrick Lamars. I think Kendrick Lamar could definitely be a vessel that could grow, from that whole thing that he's doing. He could have a lot of people piggyback off of him and become like the next, not Death Row, I won't say Death Row, but I would say like, with Dr. Dre, I don't know what he calls his company, but, be like the next big entity in the West Coast and be that next big thing to bring all the other artists in. He has that green light right now. I'm really feeling Kendrick Lamar's and the Drakes. You got it's a lot of it's a lot of rappers out there, but a lot of stuff sounds the same.
Who really stands out to you right now that's like underground that nobody's really probably that hip to, that you probably had the opportunity to work with, that you see like greatness in them?
Wow. I like Post Malone. I like him. I like his sound. I like Designer. I really like his sound. He got some good things going. Chance the Rapper. I see him he's big now, but I see him being like really big, really kind of like the next Kanye.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of like Kanye and Chance, and even Master P, it makes me wonder, who is your favorite artist of all times? And on top of that, my next question, I'm kind of like connecting with that, is what was your favorite album that was ever produced and mass produced to the people that really like, even to this day, if you hear it, it takes you back to a memory and you're like, right. Best time of my life.
So the best album, rap album?
Period. Any album, any type of album.
There's so many albums. It's hard just to say one, but if I gotta pick one, then I'm gonna go with All Eyes on Me, Tupac.
Nice, good choice.
I'm gonna run with that.
Yeah, you're a West Coaster, so no surprise. And who would you say was your favorite artist of all time?
Favorite artist would probably be, well, you in rap or
period in life, like who've ever made music that you're like.
Well, if you're gonna say rap, then I'm gonna go with Tupac, because Tupac was so inspirational. Not just a rapper, he was just more than that. He was a poet. He was bigger than just rap. He had a whole movement behind him. And if you want to say R&B on that side, then you gotta go with Michael Jackson. That's my all-time. I wish I could have worked with Michael Jackson, but that's what made me want to do music, Michael Jackson.
Nice. That's so cool. Well, is there any last words that you would like to say to the people? Let them know about some new albums or something that you got coming out, or some things that you're working on that they can look forward to seeing from you in the near future?
I'm putting a lot of things together. I really don't like to say, because I don't like to jinx stuff. But, God, shut up.
Release for the TNE fans. They want to know.
I'm gonna be working. I got some stuff going, and Kiki Palmer. We got her on deck. That's we're trying to get that in the mix. I got. Ooh, man, I hate doing this because I don't like putting my foot in my mouth. Because you talk about stuff, you're like, you mess it all up.
Tell the world. We'll speak it into flourishing.
Right, exactly, right. So, I'm working with Short right now. He's doing another album.
Nice.
E40. We just sent some music down to Drake and them.
I heard Big Boy's got another album supposed to be coming out too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's new for me.
Yeah.
I definitely.
It's low-key quiet talk. But yeah, I heard Big Boy's working on a new album that's going to be released later this year.
Oh, man, I love Big Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I was running the Andre 3000 on it. Them dudes was like killing it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a solo album. I don't know all the details. yet, but we're working on getting that. But yeah, so that's cool. I'm super excited. We all love Keke Palmer. So I'm excited to see if something comes with that. You know, keep us TNE Magazine people in the mix. Let us know. We're happy to do some follow-ups with you.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot more, and there's a lot of new artists too. But I don't like to talk too much. I like to move in silence.
Oh, you know, and nothing wrong with being a sniper of the music industry.
Right.
But you'll be performing in New Orleans.
Yes. Speaking of Master P, you know, he's putting together a whole No Limit reunion tour, and the tour is kicking off with the Essence Festival in New Orleans, July 2nd. Sons of Funk, the group that I'm in, will be on stage live with the whole No Limit family. Everybody gonna be there, except of course C Murder. He's not gonna be there, but there might be a special little surprise with that. So we'll see. But looking forward to that. We're gonna have a good time down there, you know, in New Orleans, and it's gonna be real nice.
That's 4th of July weekend, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you're in New Orleans for the Essence Festival, make sure you check out the new No Limit reunion tour that'll be played at the Essence Festival, and where you can see this wonderful man perform with the rest of the former No Limit crew. If you got any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to comment below. If you want to know more about Dez, make sure you check it out in our next issue of TNE Magazine, where you will find our full breakdown on Dez and all the cool things that he's doing. We might have a little insider scoop in the magazine. Also, stay tuned for our behind-the-scenes family questions. So, until next time, guys, stay in love with what you do. Make your passion your paycheck. It's TNE Magazine Groove Room. Over and out. Alright guys, TNE Magazine behind the scenes in the Groove Room at our headquarters. And we have Dez and his amazing, beautiful daughter. And we're going to do some behind the scenes talk on family life in the music industry. So, introduce the people to you and tell them a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Cameo. I'm a 9th grader. And this is my dad. You guys just met him. He's awesome. Yeah.
So Cameo, talk about what it's like having a father who was in the music industry, like when you grew up and people knowing your dad and being out on the street and people like, oh my God, I knew your dad, I used to listen to his music, it's always amazing. Like, what kind of environment did that create for you as a young girl coming up?
Well, it was definitely great. A lot of my friends, they were super supportive. A lot of people would actually be like, oh, do you think, you can hook me up with beats or anything? And I was like, I don't know, but we definitely show love and support all of the youth, especially my friends. And for me, it was good. With that, it was a lot of like people that were like trying to be friends with me for it, but I was like, hey, it's all love. And it was pretty cool. A lot of teachers, they would be like, oh my God, your dad is part of, the No Limit family. And I was like, yeah. And especially because my name is Cameo, they would always sing Candy by Cameo to me. So music was always a part of my life. It's in my name, so yeah.
So does the apple fall far from the tree? Are you musically inclined yourself, or do you see yourself having a career in music as well?
Yes, so I definitely do see myself having a career in music. I'm actually going to come out with a couple songs this year. So I'm going to be doing some fun stuff, and you guys will have to wait and see. He's actually going to be producing the songs.
Nice, guys. So TNE Magazine, you heard it first. You got a chance to meet Cameo, and you're going to hear some of her amazing music that we can't wait to review in our music section of the magazine. We know it's going to be phenomenal. So being a man in music, knowing like the different lifestyles of groupies and everything, how has that impacted how you raise your daughter?
It's hard because, I really didn't want my daughter to be in the music business, but, it's just in her already, because of me, it's in her to want to do it, so, that's something I can't stop, but just have to be more, just have her be more aware of what's going on, what she's dealing with, all the ins and outs, what to look for, when she was a baby, I used to like hold her in my arms, I used to make beats, and I used to the keyboard would be right here, and she used to hit the keys, and I'd be like, what sound you want me to use? Or what? And she hit it, and, you know, she'd tap on that, and then I'd use that sound. And so I started her early, you know. And that's kind of like my fault, because now she want to do it. So
it was inevitable. It was inevitable. She was always around it, you know. Mm-hmm. So you probably already got your 10,000 hours of greatness in just from birth.
More than 10,000.
So, have you had the opportunity to work with any artists so far? To be in any like music videos or be a part of any songs?
No songs, but I was in a music video. Just this recently, I was in the Keke Palmer Wind Up music video. You guys should go listen to that. And it was great. And it was like amazing just to see the behind the scenes at a music video shoot. I was like, oh my God, I want to do this. And so yeah, she really inspires me to just do music as well as him.
So this was your first time working with Keke Palmer?
Yes.
So what did you think about the song? You think it's gonna be a big hit? You think when the video come out, everybody gonna see it, love it, #1 on the charts?
Yeah, that song is like amazing. It has Quavo from the Migos. He has a huge fan base, and she has a huge fan base as well. And I was like, the two of them together, greatness, and it's a great song. It gets everybody dancing, hype, and so it's really good.
So you are, what's that? I guess you're in the 9th grade. So what's that? Generation X, Y, Z, Generation Z. I'm like, I'm an old lady. It's hard for me to keep up. But Generation Z, as far as like your input on music, what are some of the things about music today that really stands out to you? Do you hear in your 9th grade ears and say, this album is the best album of all times? Like, what are some of the things that artists are doing now that really just makes you like fall in love with music?
Well, for me, I like the new sound, but I'm more of like an oldies type of person. I like the 90s. My favorite album, just like him, All Eyes on Me. I know every song. I listen to that. I would just listen to that today before we came. And, but music nowadays, the sound, like Lil Yachty, he has a different sound. I've never heard anyone sound like him before. Drum, and I like him a lot. And I also like Erykah Badu because she's starting to do songs with more rappers. So just the switch up with the R&B and the rap together is great.
Nice. So who is your favorite artist of all times? Like of all times that ever lived that you think really had an input on you to really want to pursue music like your father?
My favorite artist. I have to go with the rapper as well, and I'm gonna say Tupac.
Wow.
I love him. He's
the apple does not fall far from the tree.
Yeah.
Y'all have definitely been spending lots of time in the studio together. So I could see why she's your daughter. It's totally cool. Hey TNE fans, we hope you enjoyed this video today. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss any of our amazing interviews, how-to videos, or knowing what's going on in the TNE community. So subscribe now. We look forward to getting your input on this video and the many